Okay, so are you calling on your customers often enough? Or maybe you're calling on them too much. Or maybe these days you're not calling on them at all. How often should you be calling on your accounts? That's what I'm going to be talking about on this episode of the Medical Sales Channel. You're going to want to listen. Hello, my friends. This is Mace Horoff. Welcome to the Medical Sales Channel, dedicated to helping you sell more in the medical device, biotechnology, pharmaceutical, and life science industries. A common question is, what should my call frequency be? Now, it's a logical question. A lot of medical reps have always been hesitant to call on their customers, especially the customers who are less than friendly, the high-stakes customers. You know, the neurosurgeon who you don't get to see that often, or maybe the central sterile processing supervisor who seems like he doesn't like you and doesn't seem to have a lot of patience for salespeople. Or maybe it's Joe down in materials management who just always seems to be too busy and looks at you and says, "What do you want?" This could drive medical sales people crazy. And especially now with COVID and either during or after the pandemic, a lot of reps feel like, well, I need to give my customers some space. They're busy and I don't want them to feel like I'm calling on them just to sell them a product. Well, duh. Well, why else would you be calling on them? Well, there are other reasons. Maybe to help them out. Maybe to provide them with some useful information. Maybe to update them on some information that you gave them previously where the information has changed. These are reasons to call on your customers again. So I just answered the question. Let me put it to you again. How frequently should you call on your customers? You should call on your customers whenever you have something that is relevant and important to share with them. It doesn't have to be just about your product, although if you've already spoken with them about your product, that's relevant. What if you haven't spoken to them about your product? Maybe you have a new product that you know can impact them in a relevant way, especially considering how things have changed in their world or in their patient's world. What if you discussed a product previously and maybe it was just a week ago and you realized there's something important that you forgot to tell them, and you know that it can make a difference for them and their patients? Is it appropriate to contact them again so soon? Absolutely. You see, let me sum it up this way. Anytime you are contacting someone in your account or one of your customers to talk about something that is relevant to them, in other words, it's about them, not about you, then it's appropriate not to wait. You see, you are in the business of helping people. And if you were going to help a friend or a family member, and you have information or a product or a way of helping them to be better, more efficient, obtain better outcomes now, would you wait? I hope not. Don't wait with your customers and accounts. If you have information they need to hear, then get in touch with them as soon as possible. But number one, it has to be relevant, which means number two, it has to be about them. Now, if you have something that is relevant, and number two, something's about them, then you need a way of contacting them. What if they won't let you come into the office or the clinic or the hospital? Then there is another option, and that is contacting them for a virtual sales call or conversation. Now, you've heard about this. A lot of people are doing it in all industries. But here's the thing. Virtual sales calls are not the same as live sales calls. Sure, you can try to do them the same, but if you do, it is going to bite you. And I want to save you from that. That's why I am presenting a webinar about how to sell in the healthcare space virtually. You can learn about this and get more information by going to medicalsalestraining.com/webinar. medicalsalestraining.com/webinar. Every time I present this webinar, I get feedback from people who tell me that it has made a huge difference in how they are able to access and engage their customers virtually, and more importantly, sell. So please check that out, medicalsalestraining.com/webinar. And if you are watching this on YouTube and you found this helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. So thanks for being here on this episode of the Medical Sales Channel. And don't forget, whatever you do in your medical sales career, it's really about the patient, isn't it? The patient always comes first. Go make a difference. No excuses. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.